Let us see the next question. Write a pair of negative integers whose difference gives 8. Means you have to write a pair of negative integers. Means two integers must be negative, but their difference should be 8. So what are the two integers to give the difference 8? Now let us take -4 and -12. So then let us find the difference of these two integers. So -4 minus of -12. So this equals to -4. So this minus of minus plus 12. Then 12 minus 4 is 8. So these are the two integers, means -4 and -12 are the two integers whose difference is 8. The next question, write a negative integer and a positive integer whose sum is -5. Means you have to take a negative integer and a positive integer. So first negative integer, then positive integer, but the sum is -5. So your negative integer plus positive integer, their sum should be -5. So what should be taken here? So first you will take the negative integer as -8 and the positive integer as 3. So we will take -8 and 3. Now let us check their sum. -8 plus 3. So this equals to, so -8 plus 3 is 5. So these are the two integers, -8 and -3 are the two integers whose sum is -5. Now the next question, write a negative integer and a positive integer whose difference is -3. First we will take negative integer and a positive integer. The difference is -3. So here minus negative integer and positive integer, their difference is -3. So what are the two integers? First negative, then positive, and their difference must be -3. So what are the two integers here? So first we will take the negative integer as -1 and positive integer as 2. So we will take negative integer as -1 and positive integer as 2. Then what is their difference? So -1 minus 2. So -1 is negative integer and 2 is positive integer. Then we will find the difference. So what is the difference? -1 minus 2 is -3. According to the question, the difference must be -3. So yeah, these are the two integers, means -1 and 2 are the two integers whose difference is -3. So not only these pairs, we can write many pairs of integers according to the question. Okay. Now let us see the next topic, multiplication of integers. So in this first you will see the multiplication of a positive and a negative integer. So first, what is multiplication in case of whole numbers? So if we consider whole numbers like 3 into 5, we are multiplying 3 and 5, then we are getting the product 15. Means, so we are multiplying 3 and 5 means 5 is added 3 times. So 3 5s. So 5 plus 5 is same as 15. So when 3 5s are added, we get the sum 15. So this addition case can be written as multiplication case as 3 5s are 15. So when you multiply a positive integer and a negative integer, if you multiply -3 or if you multiply 4, means a positive integer, and -3 is a negative integer. So then what will you get? Means 4 into -3 means here 3 into 5 means 3 5s are added. Here 4 into -3 means 4 -3s are added. So when -3 is taken 4 times and added. Minus 3 plus of minus 3 plus of minus 3 plus of minus 3. So here how many minus 3's are there? Minus 3, minus 3, minus 3 and minus 3. 4 minus 3's are there. So when you add these 4 minus 3's, then what will you get? So if you add on the number line, so when you take the number line, so here you will take 0. So left side to 0, all negative numbers. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9, minus 10, minus 11, minus 12, minus 13 and minus 14. Then first you will take minus 3. So 0 to minus 3. So this is minus 3, and again minus 3 is added. So when you add negative integer, then we move left on the number line. So here 1, 2, 3. So we are reaching minus 6. Then again minus 3 is there. So 1, 2, 3. Then we reach minus 9. And again minus 3 is there. So then minus 1, 2, 3. Then we reach minus 12. So here if 4 minus 3's are added, then we are getting minus 12. So minus 3, minus 3, minus 6, minus 6, minus 3, minus 9, minus 9, minus 3 is minus 12. But how to multiply a positive integer and a negative integer without using the number line? So if you take 4 into minus 3, or if you take 5 into minus 7, or if you take 7 into minus 10. So how to multiply a positive integer and a negative integer without using number line? So for this, first you write the negative sign and write the two numbers as we multiply to whole numbers. Now 4 and 3. So 4 into 3. So this equals to minus 4 3s are 12. And in the second question also, so first you write the negative sign before the product, then just multiply the two numbers as we multiply the whole numbers, like 5 into 7. So this equals to minus 5 7 the 35. So when you multiply here minus and 7 tens are 70. So when you multiply a positive integer by a negative integer, so when you multiply a positive integer and a negative integer, so first you will write the negative sign before the product, and just we multiply the two numbers as we multiply the whole numbers. So here first you write the negative sign before the product, then just we multiply 7 tens are 70. And if you take 12 into minus 5, so here 12 is positive integer and minus 5 is negative integer. So first we write the negative sign minus, and 12 5s are 60. So the product of a positive integer and a negative integer is always a negative integer. Now let us multiply a negative integer and a positive integer, means the multiplication of a negative integer and a positive integer. Now let us take an example. 3 into 5 equals to 15, and then 2 into 5 equals to 10, 2 5s are 10. So 1 into 5 equals to 1 5s are 5, and then 0 into 5 equals to 0 into any number gives 0 as a product. Now here 5 is same for all the multiplications, and we are decreasing the first number by 1 every time. Then the products are decreased by 5. So 15 minus 5 is 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. Again 5 minus 5 is 0. So when you decrease the multiplicand by 1, then the products are decreased by 5. Then if 0 is decreased by 1, then we get minus 1 into 5 equals to, here 0 minus 5 is minus 5, and again when you decrease minus 1 by again minus 1 means we get minus 2. So then minus 2 into 5, here also the multiplier is 5, then we get again minus 5 is decreased by 5, so minus 5 is minus 10. Again if minus 2 is decreased by 1 again means minus 3 into 5, so this equals to, again minus 10 is decreased by 5, so minus 10 minus 5 is minus 15. So when you multiply the negative integer and a positive integer means minus 4 into 5, this equals to minus 20. So here also we write the negative sign before the product and we multiply the two numbers as we multiply the whole numbers. Now if you want to find the product of minus 7 into 8, so then this equals to, first we will write the negative sign and then we multiply 7 and 8, 7 into 8, so this equals to minus 7 8s are 56. So when you multiply a positive integer or a negative integer, or a negative integer or a positive integer, then we multiply the two numbers as we multiply whole numbers and we will write the minus sign before the product. So in general, if a into minus b equals to minus a into b equals to minus a into b. Here a is positive integer and minus b is negative integer, means here positive integer and negative integer are multiplied, and here negative integer and positive integer are multiplied. So when you multiply positive integer with negative integer or negative integer with positive integer, then we just multiply the two numbers and we write the minus sign before the product. So then we can write a statement that the product of a positive integer and a negative integer is always a negative integer. The product of a positive and a negative integer is always a negative integer. Then what is the product of two positive integers? So it is always a positive integer. When you multiply 5 into 3, 5 and 3 are positive integers, then 5 into 3 equals to 15. So the product of any two positive integers is always a positive integer, but the product of a positive and a negative integer is always a negative integer. The product of two positive integers is a positive integer. So far we have seen the multiplication of two positive integers and multiplying a positive integer with a negative integer and multiplying a negative integer with a positive integer. Now let us see the multiplication of two negative integers, means how to multiply minus 5 and minus 3. Now what is the product of the two negative integers minus 5 and minus 3? Now let us take a multiplication case, minus 4 into 3 equals to, so when you multiply a negative integer with a positive integer, then we get again negative integer, 4 3s are 12, then minus 4 into 2 equals to minus 8, 4 2s are 8, and minus 4 into 1 equals to minus 4, and minus 4 into 0 equals to 0. Then minus 4 into, see here the multipliers are decreased by 1 each time. 3, 2, 1, 0, then we get minus 1 equals to what? And minus 4 into minus 2 equals to what? Then minus 4 into minus 3 equals to what? Now when you decrease the multipliers by 1 each time, then the products are added by 4 each time. So when you decrease multiplier by 1, then the product is added by 4, means minus 12 plus 4 is minus 8, and minus 8 plus 4 is minus 4. Then minus 4 plus 4 is 0. Then 0 plus 4 is 4. So when you multiply minus 4 with minus 1, then we get 4 as the product. So when you multiply two negative integers, we got the product as the positive integer. Then when you multiply minus 4 with minus 2, then again the product is added by 4. So plus 4 equals to 4 plus 4, 8. So when you multiply the two negative integers minus 4 and minus 2, then we got the product as positive integer 8. Then if you multiply minus 4 and minus 3, so minus 4 into minus 3 is plus 4 3s are 12. So again here 8 is added by 4. So plus 12. So when you multiply the two negative integers, we get the product as the positive integer. So here we can write that for any two negative integers, for any two negative integers minus a and minus b, then minus a into minus b equals to the product a into b. So we can write that the product of two negative integers is always a positive integer. So this can be stated as the product of any two positive integers, so plus into plus equals to again plus positive integer, and the product of any two negative integers is also positive integer. So minus into minus is also plus. So the product of any two positive integers is again a positive integer, and the product of any two negative integers is also a positive integer. Then what is the product of a positive and a negative integer? It is negative integer, or minus into plus equals to minus. So the product of positive and negative integer, or negative and positive integer, is always a negative integer. Now let us see the next one, product of 3 or more negative integers. So if 3 or more negative integers are multiplied, then what is the sign of the product? Now let us take 3 or more negative integers. First we will take 3 negative integers, like minus 1 into minus 2 into minus 3. So here 3 integers are multiplied, then what is the product? So here minus 1 into minus 2, the product of these two negative integers is positive, and 1 2s are 2. 2 into again minus 3. So this equals 2, and the product of positive and negative is again negative. So 2 3s are 6. And if you take 4 negative integers, like minus 1 into minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 4, So here you will multiply the first two negative integers and the last two negative integers. So the product of two negative integers is again a positive integer. So 1 2s are 2 into the product of these two negative integers is also a positive integer, and 3 4s are 12. And positive integer into positive integer is again positive integer, 12 2s are 24. So the product of four negative integers is a positive integer. Now then what is the product of five negative integers? Like -1 into -2 into -3 into -4 into -5. So here 5 negative integers are there. So when you multiply 5 negative integers, then what is the product? So first we will multiply first two negative integers, then next two negative integers, then last negative integer. Now the product of these two negative is positive, 1 2s are 2, and the product of these two negative integers is positive, and 2 3s are 6 into -5. So this equals to 2 6 are 12, and when you multiply with minus 12 5 are 60. So this is the positive 12 and with negative sign. So when you multiply positive integer with negative integer, we get again the negative integer, or we can write 12 into -5. So this equals to positive integer with negative integer, it is negative -60. And when you multiply 6 negative integers, so -1 into -2 into -3 into -4 into -5 into -6. So here we are multiplying 6 negative integers. So first you multiply -1 and -2, then -3 and -4, then -5 and -6. So when you multiply the two negative integers positive, 1 2s are 2. So the product of these two negative integers is positive, 3 4s are 12, and the product of these two negative integers is positive, and 5 6 are 30. So when you multiply all the positive integers, again you will get the positive integer. So 12 2s are 24, 24 3s are 72, and 0 720. So when you multiply 3 negative integers, we got the negative integer. When you multiply 5 negative integers, again we got the negative integer. So when you multiply odd number of negative integers, we are getting the product negative integer. And when you multiply even number of negative integers, we are getting the positive integer. So when you multiply 4 negative integers, we got positive. And when you multiply 6 negative integers, we got positive integer. So we can conclude that the product of odd number of negative integers is negative integer. Then the product of even number of negative integers is a positive integer. So when you multiply odd number of negative integers like 3 negative integers or 5 negative integers or 7 negative integers, then we will get the product also negative integer. When you multiply even number of negative integers like 4 negative integers or 2 negative integers or 6 negative integers or 10 negative integers, then we will get the product as the positive integer. So far we have learnt the multiplication of integers, means multiplying any two positive integers or multiplying any two negative integers and multiplying a positive integer and a negative integer. And we have also learnt the multiplication of 3 or more integers. Now let us go to the next topic, that is properties of multiplication of integers. Means we have to learn the closure property, commutative property, associative property in case of multiplication of integers. Now the first one is closure property. Under multiplication. Now if you multiply any two whole numbers like 5 and 3 are any two whole numbers, so what is their product? So 5 into 3 equals to 15 is also a whole number. So means the whole numbers are closed under multiplication. Now let us check the same property in case of integers. Now let us take any two integers like minus 5 and minus 3. So when you take the two integers minus 5 and minus 3 and multiply, so as we know that the product of any two negative integers is a positive integer, so then 5 3s are 15. Here 15 is also an integer. Means the product of any two integers is also an integer. Now let us take another example, that is minus 4 and 7. Here minus 4 and 7 are any two integers. Then what is their product? So minus 4 into 7. Here the product of a negative integer and a positive integer, it is always a negative integer. Minus and 4 7s are 28 is an integer. So we can observe that the product of any two integers is also an integer. So in general, if you write the same thing for all integers a and b, a into b, their product a into b is also an integer. So therefore integers are closed under multiplication. So when you multiply any two integers, we are getting again an integer. Means for all integers a and b, their product a into b is also an integer. So we can say that integers are closed under multiplication. Let us go to the next property, that is commutative property. Under multiplication. So if you take any two whole numbers like 4 and 7, then what is their product? 4 into 7 is 28, and if you multiply even 7 and 4, so 7 into 4 also 28. So here 4 into 7 equals to 7 into 4 equals to 28. Means if you multiply any two whole numbers in any order, but the product remains the same. So is it applicable in case of integers also? Now let us check by an example. So by taking any two integers like minus 5 and 6. So these are any two integers, and what is their product? Minus 5 into 6 equals to minus 30, and you will multiply 6 and minus 5. So 6 into minus 5. Here the product of a positive and a negative integer, it is a negative integer, that is minus 6 5s are 30. So we got the same product. So we can write that minus 5 into 6 equals to 6 into minus 5. Let us take another example. 7 into minus 9. So here the product of a positive and a negative integer. So what is their product? 7 into minus 9 equals to minus 63. Then what is minus 9 into 7? So this is also same as minus 9 7s are 63. So here also the product is same. Means we can write that 7 into minus 9 equals to minus 9 into 7. So this is true for all pairs of integers. Means if you take any two integers and multiply in any order, but the product remains the same. So this can be concluded that for all integers a and b, a into b equals to b into a. So for any two integers a and b, so the product of a and b is same as the product of b and a. Therefore we can write that multiplication of integers is commutative. So we can conclude that the multiplication of integers is commutative. Means if you multiply the two integers in any order, we get the product the same. Now let us see the next property, that is associative property under multiplication. Means associativity under multiplication. Now let us take any three whole numbers like 3, 4, 5. Here 3, 4 are grouped together and multiplied. Then we will multiply this by 5. So this equals to, again we will take the same whole numbers 3, 4, 5, but here 4 and 5 are grouped together and this is multiplied by 3. Now whether we get the same product in both the cases or not, let us see now. Now 3 4s are 12 into 5. This equals to 3 into, so 4 into 5 is 20. Now 12 5s are 60. So this equals to 3 20s are 60. So we got the same product. Means if you multiply 3 whole numbers by taking any group, means by taking any two whole numbers in the group and multiplying, but we get the product the same. Now is it applicable in case of integers or not? Now let us check by taking any three integers. So first we are taking minus 3 into 4 into minus 5. So first we will multiply 4 and minus 5 by taking in the group, then we will find the product. So here minus 3 into 4 into minus 5 is minus 20, and when you multiply these two negative integers we will get the positive integer. So minus into minus plus 3 20s are 60. Now we will group minus 3 and 4 together. Now minus 3 into 4. So these two integers are grouped together. This is multiplied by minus 5. Now this equals to, now minus 3 into 4 is minus 12 into minus 5. So again here the two negative integers are multiplied. So then we will get the product as the positive integer. So then minus into minus plus 12 5s are 60. So here both the products are same. So we can write that minus 3 into 4 into minus 5. So this is same as minus 3 into 4 into minus 5. So here in both the LHS and RHS same integers are considered, but in the LHS here 4 and minus 5 are grouped together, but whereas in the RHS minus 3 and 4 are grouped together. So whichever two numbers, means whichever two integers are grouped together and multiplied by the third integer, but the product remains the same. So in general, so this is applicable for any three integers. So in general we can write that for all integers a, b and c, then we can write that a into b into c equals to a into of b into c. So therefore we can write that multiplication of integers is associative. So by considering any three integers, whichever two integers are grouped together and multiplied, but the product will be the same. So this is what multiplication of integers is associative, means the multiplication of integers satisfy associative property. Now let us see the next property, that is multiplication by 0. Now multiplication by 0, if you take any whole number like 5 and if you multiply by 0, or 0 is multiplied by any whole number by 5, then we will get the product as 0. Now is it, if you take 7 into 0 equals to 0 into 7 equals to 0. So is it applicable in case of negative integers, means in case of integers? Now let us see, minus 3 into 0 equals to 0 into minus 3 equals to 0. Or if you take any other integer, minus 15 into 0 equals to 0 into minus 15 equals to 0. So if you multiply any integer by 0, then we will get the product again 0. So if you generalize this, then we get for any integer a, so a into 0 equals to 0 into a equals to 0. So this is what multiplication of any integer by 0. So if you multiply any integer by 0, then you will get the product 0. Now multiplicative identity. Now the next one is multiplicative identity. So when you multiply any whole number by 1, like 5 into 1 equals to 1 into 5 equals to 5. So when you multiply any whole number by 1, or 1 is multiplied by any whole number, then we are getting the same whole number as the product. Here 1 is called the multiplicative identity in the set of whole numbers. Now is it property applicable in case of integers also? Means is 1 said to be the multiplicative identity in the set of integers also? Now let us take, by taking any negative integer like minus 7 is multiplied by 1. So here 7 ones are 7, or 1 is multiplied by minus 7. Then here also 1 sevens are 7 and here minus is there. So when you multiply positive integer with negative integer, we will get the negative integer, and 1 sevens are 7. We again got the same integer as the product. So you can take any other example for this. So if you take minus 36 into 1 equals to 1 into minus 36 equals to minus 36. So when you multiply any integer by 1, we will get the product as the same integer itself. So if we generalize this, then we get for any integer a into 1 equals to 1 into a equals to a. So when any integer a is multiplied by 1, then you will get the product also the same integer a itself. Here 1 is the multiplicative identity. Here 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers. So when you multiply any integer by -1, will you get the same integer as the product? Now let us check this now. So when 5 is multiplied by -1, then you will get the product as -5, but not 5 itself. If you multiply any integer 7 by, if you multiply -7 by -1, then we will get the product. Here the product of two negative integers is positive and 7 ones are 7. So we are not getting the same integer as the product. So here -1 is not the multiplicative identity because we are not getting the product as the same integer itself. So that is why 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers but not -1. Now let us see the next property, that is distributive property of multiplication. Over addition. So first let us see the distributive property of multiplication over addition. Then you will see the distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. So if you take any three whole numbers like 10, 5, 2. If 10 is multiplied by the sum of 5 and 2, means 10 into 5 plus 2. So this is equals to 10 is multiplied by 5, so 10 into 5. Then 10 is multiplied by 2, means 10 into 2. Then these two products are added. So 10 into 5 plus 10 into 2. Now let us check whether it is true or not. So 10 into 5 plus 2 is 7. So this equals to 10 5s are 50 plus 10 2s are 20. Here 10 into 7 is 70. This equals to 50 plus 20 also 70. So when you take the sum of two whole numbers is multiplied by the other whole number, then this whole number is multiplied by the first number and then this whole number is multiplied by the second number, then these two products are added. So this is true in case of whole numbers. Now let us check whether the statement is true in case of integers or not. So you will take any three integers, -5, 3 and -2. So first you will add 3 and -2. So this sum is multiplied by -5. Now this equals to, here -5 is multiplied by 3, means -5 into 3 plus, again -5 is multiplied by -2. Now let us check both LHS and RHS are equal or not. Now first we will do the LHS part. Now here -5 is the same into 3 -2 is 1. This equals to, when you multiply negative integer with positive integer, we get the negative integer -5 3s are 15 plus of, when you multiply both negative integers, we get the positive integer and 5 2s are 10. Here -5 into 1. So -5 is multiplied by 1, then we get the product -5. So this equals to -15 plus 10 is -5. So here both LHS and RHS are equal. Here we can write that LHS equals to RHS. So this is true for any three whole numbers, not only for minus 5, 3 and minus 2. If you take any three whole numbers, then we get both LHS and RHS equal. So we can conclude that for any three integers A, B and C, then we can write that A into of B plus C equals to A into B plus A into C. For any three integers A, B and C, then A into of B plus C equals to, here A is multiplied by B, so A into B plus, and A is multiplied by C, means A into C. So this is true for any three integers A, B and C. Now let us see the distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. Now take any three whole numbers 5, 3, 2. Here 2 is subtracted from 3. So 3 minus 2, and this is multiplied by 5. So when you multiply 5 by the difference of 3 and 2, so this is same as 5 into 3 minus 5 into 2. Now let us check whether the both LHS and RHS are equal or not. Now 5 into 3 minus 2 is 1. So this equals to 5 3s are 15 minus 5 2s are 10. So 5 1s are 5. This equals to 15 minus 10 is 5. So here both LHS and RHS equal. Means the distributive property of multiplication over subtraction is true in case of whole numbers. Now let us check the same property by taking any three integers. Now let us take any three integers as minus 10, 5 and minus 3. Now first we will find the difference of 5 and minus 3. So 5 minus of minus 3, and this difference is multiplied by minus 10. So this is equal to minus 10 is multiplied by 5. So minus 10 into 5, then minus, and minus 10 is multiplied by minus 3. So we can write minus 10 into minus 3. Now let us see both LHS and RHS are equal or not. Now when you multiply minus 10 by the difference of 5 minus of minus 3, means here minus of minus becomes plus. So then we get 5 plus 3, 8. So this equals to minus 10 into 5 is minus 50. Then minus into minus is plus, means the product of two negative integers is positive, and 10 3s are 30. Here the product of negative and positive integer is negative integer minus 10 8s are 80. So this equals to minus 50 minus 30 is minus 80. So here also we got both LHS and RHS equal. So LHS equals to RHS. So this can be proved by taking any three integers. So we can write that for any three integers A, B and C, A into of B minus C equals to A into B minus A into C. Here A is multiplied by the difference of B and C. So then A is multiplied by B minus, then A is multiplied by C. So this is called distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. Now let us see the next topic, making multiplication easier. Means how to make the multiplication process easier by using the properties of multiplication of integers. Now let us see the first question, minus 25 into 37 into 4. So this, if you multiply these three integers, actually first you have to multiply minus 25 and 37. Then this product is multiplied by 4. So instead of doing that, so we can use the properties and make the multiplication easier by using commutative property. So we can write minus 25 into, so here 37 into 4 can be written as 4 into 37 by using commutative property of multiplication. Now by using associative property, we will group these two integers together. Now minus 25 is multiplied by 4, so 25 4s are 100, so then we get minus 100 into 37. Now it is easy for us to multiply any number by 100. So then if you multiply negative integer by positive, then we will get the negative integer, and 37 into 100 is 3700. So this multiplication will be easier when we use the properties. Now the second question, minus 35 into minus 98. So if you multiply 35 and 98, it will be very lengthy. Instead of doing this actual multiplication, this multiplication can be done easily when we use the properties. Now minus 35 is taken the same into minus 98 can be written as minus 100 plus 2. So minus 100 plus 2 is same as minus 98. Here we can use the multiplication property, means the distributive property of multiplication over addition. Now here minus 35 is distributed to these two integers over the addition. Now this can be written as minus 35 into minus 100. So plus, again minus 35 is multiplied by 2, minus 35 into 2. Now when you multiply the two negative integers, we will get the positive integer, and 35 into 100 is 3500. When you multiply negative integer by positive integer, we will get the negative integer, 35 2s are 70. So 3500 minus 70 is 3430. So this multiplication will be easy for us when we use the properties. So far we have discussed the properties of multiplication in the set of integers like closure property, commutative property, associative property, distributive property, and multiplication by 0, multiplication by 1, and we have also seen that how to make the multiplication easier. Now based on all these properties, now let us solve some problems. Now the first question is, find each of the following products. So when minus 1 is multiplied by 225, means here it is a product of a negative integer and a positive integer. Then you will get the negative integer as the product. So minus 225 ones are 225. So this is the product of these two integers. And in the second question, minus 15 into 0 into minus 18. So when you multiply minus 15 and 0, then what will you get the product? Obviously 0, because if 0 is multiplied by any integer, then we will get the product 0 into minus 18. So again 0 is multiplied by minus 18. So again we will get the product as 0. The next third question, 9 into minus 3 into minus 6. So here we can multiply any two integers, means we can group any two integers together. So first let us multiply 9 and minus 3. So this is the product of a positive and a negative integer. So what is the product of a positive and a negative integer? It is a negative integer. Minus 9 3s are 27. Now here minus 27 is multiplied by minus 6. Now this is the case where the product of two negative integers. So what is the product of two negative integers? It is the positive integer. So minus into minus plus 27 is multiplied by 6. 6 7s are 42, and 6 2s are 12 plus 4 16. So this is positive 162. Next you will multiply minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and 4. So this is the product of 3 negative integers and the positive integer. So first you will multiply these two negative integers and you will multiply the last two integers, one negative and the other positive. Now when you multiply the two negative integers, we will get the product positive, and 1 2s are 2 into, when you multiply negative integer with positive integer, so we are getting the negative integer as the product, so minus 3 4s are 12. Now this is the multiplication of a positive and a negative integer. Now plus into minus is minus, and 2 12s are 24. So the product of the given four integers is minus 24. Now the next question, minus 12 into minus 11 into 10. Here two negative integers are multiplied, then we will get the product as the positive integer. So 12 into 11 is 132 into 10. So 132 into 10 is 1320. So this is the product of the given three integers. Now let us solve the next question. Verify the following. So 18 into 7 plus of minus 3 equals to 18 into 7 plus 18 into minus 3. Now this statement is according to the distributive property of multiplication over addition. Now let us see the distributive property, whether it holds or not. So first you will take LHS. So here LHS is 18 into 7 plus of minus 3. Now this equals to 18 into 7 minus 3 is 4. So here 18 4s are 72. Now we will find the RHS. So that is 18 into 7 plus 18 into minus 3. Now this equals to 18 7s are 126 plus 18 into 3, here the product of a positive and a negative integer, so this becomes negative integer, and 18 3s are 54. Now this equals to 126 minus 54, so this is 72. So here we got both LHS and RHS same, so we can write that LHS equals to RHS. So therefore we can write that A into of B plus C equals to A into B plus A into C. So in place of A, B, C, if you replace 18, 7 and minus 3, then we get 18 into 7 plus of minus 3 equals to, we can write 18 into 7 plus 18 into minus 3. Now let us see the next question. For any integer a, what is minus 1 into a equal to? Now let us take any integer 5. So minus 1 into 5 equals to, when any integer is multiplied by minus 1, so here 5 is multiplied by 1, then we will get the product 5, and as it is a negative integer, we put the negative sign. So if you multiply minus 1 by 7, then we will get the product as minus 7. So if you multiply minus 1 by 8 or minus 1 by 18, then we will get the product as minus 18. So in general, if minus 1 is multiplied by a, then we will get the product as minus a. If minus 1 is multiplied by b, then you will get the product as minus b. Now the next question is, determine the integer whose product with minus 1 is minus 22 and 37 and 0. Now let us take the first question, minus 22. So what is the integer to be multiplied by minus 1 to get the product minus 22. So what is the integer to be multiplied by minus 1 to get the product as minus 22? So what must be multiplied by minus 1? So here if you take 22, then 22 ones are 22 and the product will have negative sign as minus 1 has a negative sign. So the integer to be multiplied by minus 1 is 22. Next question. Now what is the integer to be multiplied by minus 1 to get the product 37? So as the product is positive integer and in the given product one integer is negative, so the other integer must be negative. So what should be taken here to get the number 37? So 1 should be multiplied by the same 37, but as the product is positive number, so here also we will take the negative number, minus 37 into minus 1. So here minus into minus plus and 37 ones are 37. So the required number is minus 37. Next, what should be multiplied by minus 1 to get the product 0? So what should be taken in the blank to get the product 0? So if you multiply any number by 0, then you will get the product 0. So what should be in the blank? 0. So here 0 is the required number to be multiplied by minus 1 to get the product 0. Now let us take the next question. Find the product using suitable properties. Now how to find the product of the integers by using the suitable properties, whatever we have learnt earlier. Now the first question is 26 into minus 48 plus minus 48 into minus 36. Now this can also be written as 26 into minus 48. So this can be written as minus 48 into 26 by using commutative property, and here minus 48 into minus 36 is the same. Now when you observe this, so here minus 48 is common. So by using distributive property, so we can take minus 48 common. So this into 26 plus of minus 36. Now this equals to minus 48 into 26 minus 36 is minus 10. So when you multiply the two negative integers, we will get the positive integer, and 48 tens are 480. So this is the product of the given integers. Now 15 into minus 25 into minus 4 into minus 10. So this is the product of the four integers. So when you multiply as they are, then we need to multiply and 15 by minus 25. So instead of doing that, we will rearrange the terms by using commutative property. So we will take 15 into minus 10, then we will write minus 25 into minus 4. So first we will multiply these two integers, first two integers, then we will multiply the last two integers. So 15 into minus 10 is minus 150 into 25 4s are 100, and this is the product of two negative integers. So we will get the positive integer. 25 4s are 100. Now this equals to 15 ones are 15. Here 1, 2, 3 zeros are there. So place 3 zeros after 15. So we get 15,000. But this is the product of a negative and a positive integer. So we will get the product as the negative integer. So that is minus 15,000. Next, 7 into 50 minus 2. So here actually we can subtract 50 and 2, means we can find the difference of 50 and 2, means 50 minus 2 is 48. Then again 7 is multiplied by 48. So instead of doing that, we can use distributive property of multiplication over subtraction, then we get 7 into 50 minus 7 into 2. So this equals to 7 is multiplied by 50, then 7 is multiplied by 2. 7 into 50 is 350 minus 7 2s are 14. So this equals to 350 minus 14 is 336. Next, minus 15 into minus 19 plus 57. So this equals to minus into minus plus, and 57 into 19 is same, plus 57 can be written as 57 into 1. So we can use again distributive property of multiplication over addition. Here 57 is taken common. If you take 57 common, then we get 19 plus 1. This equals to 57 into 19 plus 1 is 20. Now multiply 57 by 20. 0, 2 7s are 14, 2 5s are 10 plus 1, 11. So it is 1140. Let us solve the next question. Replace the blank with an integer to make it a true statement. The first question is minus 3 into dash equals to 27. Here the product is with positive sign, and in the given product one of the integers is negative, so the other integer must be negative, because minus into minus equals to plus. And here 3 how many times make 27? So obviously we know that 9 times. So in the blank the required integer is minus 9. So here minus into minus plus, and 3 9s are 27. Next, 5 into dash equals to minus 35. So here 5 how many times make 35? So we know that it is 7 times, and plus into minus is minus. So here we should write minus 7. So here 5 into minus 7 is minus 35. Next, dash into minus 8 equals to minus 56. Here 7 8s are 56. So here 7 must be written, and plus into minus is minus. So it is plus 7. So 7 into minus 8 is minus 56. The next question, dash into minus 12 is 132. Now 12 how many times make 132? 12 11s are 132, and write minus 11, because minus into minus plus, and 11 12s are 132. So minus 11 into minus 12 equals to 132. Now let us solve the next question. In a class test containing 10 questions, 5 marks are awarded for every correct answer and minus 2 marks for every incorrect answer. So here 5 marks are awarded for every correct answer and minus 2 marks for incorrect answer, and 0 for questions not attempted. Then let us solve the first question in this. Mohan gets 4 correct answers and 6 incorrect answers. Then we have to find his score. Now what is the marks given for every correct answer? Marks given for one correct answer equals to 5 marks. Now how many did he attempt correctly? So he attempted 4 correct answers. So marks given for 4 correct answers equals to 4 into 5, that equals to 20 marks. Then we have to find the marks given for incorrect answers. So what is the, how many marks are given for every incorrect answer? So we know that it is minus 2 marks for every incorrect answer. Now we will write the statement, marks given for one incorrect answer equals to minus 2 marks. Now how many did he write? incorrect answers. So he wrote 6 incorrect answers and 4 correct answers. So marks given 6 incorrect answers. Equals to 6 into minus 2. So this equals to plus into minus minus, and 6 2s are 12. So he got 20 marks for 4 correct answers and minus 12 marks for 6 incorrect answers. Now we have to find the Mohan's score. Equals to 20 plus minus 12. So this equals to 20 minus 12 is 8. So the total score of Mohan is 8 marks. So out of 10 questions, he attempted all the 10 questions. In this 4 correct answers are there and 6 incorrect answers are there. So for 4 correct answers he got 20 marks, and for 6 incorrect answers he got negative 12 marks. Then overall his score is 8 marks. Now let us see the next question in this. Now Reshma gets 5 correct answers and 5 incorrect answers. Then we have to find her score. Now how many did she attempt correctly? So 5 correct answers and 5 incorrect answers. Now marks given for 1 correct answer equals to 5 marks. So then marks given five correct answers equals to 5 into 5, that equals to 25 marks for 5 correct answers. And how many marks given for 1 incorrect answer? So minus 2 marks are given for 1 incorrect answer. So we will write the statement: marks given for 1 incorrect answer equals to minus 2. Then we have to find the marks given for 5 incorrect answers. So we will write the statement now: marks given for 5 incorrect answers equals to 5 into minus 2. So this equals to 5 into minus 2 is minus 10. So for attempting 5 correct answers she got 25 marks, and for attempting 5 incorrect answers she got minus 10 marks. Now we have to find the total score. So Reshma's score equals to 25 plus of minus 10. So this equals to 15 marks. So on the whole she got 15 marks. Now let us see the third case in this question. Hina gets 2 correct and 5 incorrect answers out of 7 questions she attempts. Then we have to find her score. So out of 7 questions she wrote 2 correct answers and 5 incorrect answers. Means she did not attempt the other 3 questions. Now we have to find her score. Now we should find the marks given for 2 correct answers and marks given for 5 incorrect answers. So how many marks are given for every correct answer? So it is 5 marks. Now we will find marks given for 2 correct answers. So this equals to 2 into 5, so that is 10 marks. And marks given 5 incorrect answers. So we will find this 5. So here minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. So for 5 incorrect answers, 5 into minus 2, so that is minus 10 marks. And she did not attempt 3 questions. So now you will write that marks given for questions not attempted. So here there are 3 questions which are not attempted. So there are no marks, means 0 marks are given for every question which is not attempted. So here 3 into 0 equals to 0 marks. Now we have to find her total score. Now Hina's score equals to 10 plus of minus 10 plus 0. So this equals to 10 minus 10 is 0, plus 0 gives again 0. So on the overall she got 0 marks in the test.